Every night at exactly 3 a.m., my bedroom door opens. Not all the way, not loudly, just enough to make that soft click, and then a slow, careful creak. The first time it happened, I didn't think much of it. I woke up, saw the door slightly open, and assumed I hadn't shut it properly before going to bed. That happens sometimes, right? You're tired, distracted, you don't notice small things. So I got up, pushed it closed, made sure the latch clicked, and went back to sleep. Nothing felt wrong. Not yet. But the second night, that's when I started paying attention, because I woke up again. Same time, no noise, no dream, just awake. And before I even looked at the clock, I already knew something was off. I turned my head slowly toward the door, and it was open again. The exact same amount as the night before. Not more, not less, just enough to reveal a thin slice of darkness from the hallway. That's when the thought hit me. What if I didn't forget to close it? Before I go any further, if you enjoy stories like this, make sure you subscribe, because what happened next made me stop sleeping completely. The third night, I made sure of it. I checked the door twice before going to bed. I even stood there for a second, pushing on it to make sure it was fully shut. The latch clicked. It was solid. There was no way it could just open on its own. I went to sleep telling myself it was nothing, but at 3 a.m., I woke up again. And this time, I didn't move right away. I just lay there, staring at the ceiling, feeling that same strange silence in the room. Then slowly, I turned my head. The door was open. Same position, same angle. And for the first time, I didn't get up to close it. I just stared at it, waiting, watching, because something about it didn't feel random anymore. It felt deliberate, like it wasn't just opening, like something was opening it. After that night, I stopped sleeping normally. Every night I would wake up before 3 a.m. and just lie there, staring at the door, waiting for it to happen. The room would always feel different as it got closer to that time. Quieter, heavier, like the air itself was changing. And then, at exactly 3 o'clock, it would start. The handle wouldn't move. There was no sound at first, just the door slowly pulling inward, as if something on the other side was pushing it open carefully, too carefully, like it didn't want to make noise. The first time I actually saw it happen, my body went completely still. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. I just watched as the gap widened inch by inch until it stopped at that same exact position, and then nothing. No footsteps, no sound, just the open door and the darkness beyond it. I started noticing things after that, small details that didn't make sense. The hallway outside my room always looked darker than it should. Even during the day, it felt normal, but at night, at that exact moment, it looked like the light just didn't reach it anymore, like the darkness was thicker, deeper. And sometimes I thought I saw movement in that gap, not clearly, just something shifting, something pulling back when I tried to focus on it. I told myself it was my imagination. It had to be. But the feeling I got every time that door opened, it wasn't imagination. It felt like someone was standing right outside, waiting. By the fifth night, the door started opening a little wider. Not much, just enough to notice. And that's when I heard it for the first time. A sound from the hallway. Soft, faint, like something moving slowly across the floor. Not footsteps exactly, more like a dragging sound. I sat up immediately, my eyes locked on the doorway. The sound stopped completely, like it knew I was listening. I stayed there for what felt like hours, just staring at that open space, waiting for something else to happen, but nothing did. Eventually, I forced myself to get up and close the door again, and when I did, I hesitated for a second before turning my back to the hallway, because for some reason, it felt wrong to look away. The next night, I decided I was done guessing. I needed to know what was out there. So I stayed awake, fully awake, sitting up in bed, facing the door, my eyes fixed on the handle. The clock on my phone read 2:59 a.m. then 2:59, and right as it turned 3 o'clock, the door began to move, slowly, quietly, just like before. But this time, I didn't freeze. I didn't look away. I just watched the entire thing, every inch of it opening until it reached that same position. And then I got up. My legs felt heavy, like my body didn't want me to move, but I forced myself forward. Step by step, I walked toward the door. The closer I got, the colder the air felt, like I was walking into something I couldn't see. When I reached the door, I paused. My hand hovered over it for a second, and then I pushed it open the rest of the way. The hallway was empty, completely empty. No movement, no sound, just darkness stretching down the corridor. For a second, I felt relief, like I had finally proven it was nothing. But then something felt wrong. Not in the hallway, behind me. Slowly, I turned around. My room was exactly how I left it. Bed, window, everything normal. But something was off. Something I couldn't explain at first. And then I realized the door. It was already open behind me, wider than it had ever been before, and something inside my room moved. I don't remember closing the door. I don't remember getting back into bed. The next thing I remember is waking up the next morning, sunlight filling the room like nothing had happened, but I knew it did. I could feel it, that same heavy presence, like it hadn't left. I packed my things that same day. I didn't stay another night. I moved out as fast as I could, not even caring about the lease or the money. I just needed to get away from that place. For a while, everything was normal again. No waking up at 3 a.m., no door opening, nothing. I started to relax, started to believe it was over. But then, a few nights ago, it happened again. I woke up suddenly, no reason, no sound, and before I even looked at the clock, I knew. Slowly, I turned my head toward my bedroom door, and there it was, slightly open, just enough to see the darkness outside, exactly the same as before. Except this time, I don't live there anymore. So if your door ever opens at 3 a.m., don't check it, don't get up, just stay where you are, because whatever's out there might be waiting for you to look. If you made it this far, tell me in the comments, would you open that door or pretend you never saw it? And don't forget to subscribe, because some things don't stay outside once you notice them.